Alright everyone, welcome back to another episode of Funday Sunday, and this episode we are going to be once again in our Neptune. Yes, I know, Neptune. I just made a video on it, and I love this ship. This ship is fantastic. This is going to be one short little replay, but ooh, wow, that was kind of a lucky shot. But I want to show off this first section. So there's an enemy Neptune 4.3 kilometers away. I am reversing, trying to get off my torpedoes. Do have hydroacoustics up. That's why he is currently being spotted. I do have my smoke deployed, so I'm not being spotted. And I'm trying to actually reverse far enough to where I can get my torpedoes off. We're doing pretty significant amount of damage against this Neptune. Even our secondaries were going off, but watch this. Okay, so drop our torpedoes, and obviously British Cruiser Line has a very unique way of firing torpedoes where you can fire either a single spread or you can fire in a narrow spread, what you would normally see on other destroyers or even cruisers. But we actually take out the Neptune. So torpedoes are on the way. Probably not gonna hit anything, more than likely. Taking a look at Iowa, and there's a enemy Hakaym now. Oh, open up on him, and oh, those torpedoes are looking really nice. Oh, this poor guy. 3, 4, 5, 6 torpedoes and 1 dead. Hakaym now. What a lucky shot. And yeah, I'm in chat. I'm like, oh my god, so sorry. Wasn't meant for you. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the main dish, the main meal of this replay, of this video. So I will see you guys there. Alright everyone, welcome back to the main replay of Funday Sunday. And we are currently playing on Northern Lights. We have a Lexington, Montana, Ismo, North Carolina, Hindenburg, Zhao, Neptune, Kutuzov, Habadosh, Fletcher, Udaloy, and a Kagero on our team. On the enemy team, there is a Lexington, Montana, Ismo, North Carolina, 2 Zhaos, Rune, Gearing, Kagero, and 3 Loyangs, all divisioned up. And you can see there's actually quite a bit of division. But if you may have not noticed, take a look at the friendly Zhao. He was actually another player that I met. This was actually the battle that we met in, and oh, this is going to be a good battle. I'm very surprised what's about to happen. So anyway, we are moving into C. I'm going to try to use this cover of the island, since the British cruisers can actually fire over land masses fairly easily. Not as easily as the American destroyers, but definitely a lot easier. Took 1 shot, was not detected, and so we're just gonna open up on this rune. It's kind of hard to gauge, always hard to gauge when you're not really able to see, and we are detected by enemy aircraft, so we should be fine. The rune shouldn't be able to actually hit us. The Montana would probably pose the most danger, but he is currently behind an island, so he's not actually able to fire at us, so I'm fine with that. But unfortunately for us, I've moved too close to this land that the rune is not able to be actually shot by me, but we were able to take out the airplanes, both of them. That was very quick. Love the explosions whenever you take down airplanes. We are being detected currently by the rune's hydroacoustics, so no point in popping my smoke. I am gonna go ahead and slow up and start reversing. So we'll see how this goes. I'm hoping the enemy Lexington will actually come my way, because oh, I love shooting down planes. It is so much fun. Our friendly Lexington actually takes out one of the Loyangs, so one of those destroyers are no longer in play, which is actually very good. We do have a friendly destroyer that is currently having to deal with torpedo planes and the dive bombers and whatnot, and we are being fired at by a sneaky destroyer, and I'm gonna guess that is Gearing. It looks like Gearing coming in. I was invisible, but I did open up. I was hoping to at least land a hit. I do land a few. Gearing is just being very annoying right now. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and start reversing and use the safety of this island as protection from the gearing. So we are in at least the safety, and yes, I know the very beginning of this is gonna start off slow. There's not really much I can do. It's a Neptune. You can get deleted very, very quickly, so you do have to be a little bit patient for the right opportunity. So our friendly destroyer has captured D, and it looks like he sent off torpedoes towards nowhere, I guess. Someone in chat got detonated. That's actually rather amusing. We are detected. That means the gearing is moving out east. So I'm going to be a little bit careful. I do have hydroacoustics up. There's this out. Oh, this is where the fun really begins. I have my torpedoes up. I'm expecting him to turn. He is also turning broadside, and if he had AP loaded, he probably could have deleted me, but he's also starting to turn away. It looks like he's trying to get torpedoes off. I probably wouldn't have done that. I'd rather have had AP up and ready. I do pop smoke, and unfortunately for me, I am going way too quickly. And, ooh, can I dodge this shot? The torpedoes. Oh, I'm able to dodge those torpedoes, but I've slipped out of my smoke. And as you can see, there's obviously the Zao, but there's also a North Carolina, Ismo. And one of our torpedoes actually almost hit him. And I really would almost say, had that Zao had AP loaded, granted, he knew I was there even. Had he had that loaded, he probably could have deleted me or done a huge chunk of damage. Here, the Fletcher probably could have helped by deploying a smoke screen. That would have been very nice for my ship, because obviously I'm being focused on by the Zao, but the Zao has switched over, and that is good. I'm able to actually remove myself, but unfortunately I am taking quite a bit of fire damage. Our team is at least in the lead. We do have capture points in lead, but we just lost our Fletcher to another detonation in this game, and I am trying to get away as quickly and quietly as possible, and I believe that's the rune that just fired at us. Alright, so we are finally out of a detection, which is just downright fantastic. Now I'm able to get into a better position and able to show a little bit more of my broadside. And it looks like that Zao just took a massive citadel from a friendly battleship. Always gotta love that alpha damage when you're not the one on the receiving end. So once again, this is the point where I'm gonna have to break away, get my health back, because I love British heal. Look at that. Look how much health I can get back. We're already at 20,000, 22, 24, 24,000 points of health from, I believe it was around 14, 15. So that's about 9 or 10,000 heal, which is very nice to see. And running Superintendent on your captain allows you to have that additional heal, which I highly recommend. Highly recommend that. So it looks like I'm guessing the gearing probably pushed over to D. It looks like the gearing went to D. Is currently resting that away from us. Now, if I do sound tired, I do apologize. It is currently 7 in the morning for me. I've been up for about 12, 16 hours, something like that. So yeah, I'm a little tired. We are being detected, which is something not really good. And it looks like there is a nosy little destroyer that moved into sea. It can't be the Gehring. And it has to be either one of the Loyangs. And it looks like Loyang did fire torpedoes towards the Montana. We are being detected by some airplanes. There is a North Carolina and a Ismo pushing into sea. Ooh, this is not a good place. We are being detected. And I believe we are being detected by the enemy gearing. I believe the enemy gearing is currently detecting us. So right now, slowing up, popping smoke. North Carolina fired at us. Does land a big hit. I think it was just penetration, so I don't know if that was actually a citadel. It may have been. I might be wrong. So opening up on this North Carolina, this is not particularly an angle you want to get. You want more broadside. As you can see, we only did about 600 points of damage there, so not particularly great. And watch, I'm gonna take control. Watch how quickly these planes melt. 2, 3. I just love the AA on the Neptune. 5. Actually, probably the Montana did help. And oh crap, torpedoes incoming from the gearing. The Montana takes the brunt of the force, and look at this. Ismo sitting at 2,589 points of health. Our shells are just barely able to get over the top of it, and we're able to do some superstructure damage. Now, the Ismo is a ship that is very difficult to actually get that superstructure damage. Oh my gosh, 1,000. All we need is a good damage roll. But he has a heal, and he is healing. Oh, no. Great. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have to go to the Neptune's second line of defense, which is, of course, the torpedoes. North Carolina took a blind shot. Fortunately, it went all the way at the edge of my smoke screen. Fired one spread towards the North Carolina and one towards the Ismo. Opening salvo. Unfortunately, I back up a little bit too much. Ismo, for some odd reason, not pointing at me. I believe he was pointing at a battleship behind us. We land 2 torpedoes on the enemy North Carolina, and the friendly Udeloy does take out the enemy Ismo, which is good. But at the exact same time, there is the Zhao and the Gearing both firing at us. We are on fire, and this is where the Zhao should be using AP. Really should be using that AP right now. Even though HE is usually what some people will tell you. Right there, you could have deleted me, but instead he's turning. I believe he's trying to get torpedoes off. I don't really understand this, actually. Coming back around. Last salvo is out. Took a blind shot, but we're able to take out the enemy Zhao. And our smoke generator is up and ready. There is the Gearing pushing in. Definitely hammering away at us. He doesn't really have to know exactly. He can kind of see where we are by where his shells are hitting. And he is being spotted by the friendly Lexington. Does land a salvo, but at this point, this is where you as a CV should help out. He is obviously spotting this Gearing. This Gearing has used his smoke and is going to be under fire from us if he is spotted. And he is just, he's taking damage from friendly destroyers, from the Ismo behind us, and myself as well. Unfortunately, this angle is not particularly great for the Neptune, and I'm taking really big steps in the other direction, but fortunately, the friendly Ismo does take out the enemy Gearing. Very, very nice. And we are sitting at 4,400 points of health, which is not something I really want to see, and especially since I do not have any more heals. I fortunately do have one more smoke. Now all that's left on the enemy team is a destroyer, actually I believe it's the Loyang, the Rune, and the Lexington. We have the ship advantage, but they have the cap advantage. But you can see taking out all those enemy ships have put us in the lead. So at this point, I'm going to actually push into C and actually try to cap it. We do have the friendly Habelosk pushing in. Does look like the Udeloy is taking fire from a enemy Loyang. Ooh, took a big nasty hit there. Unfortunately, he is probably going to go down any moment now. Yes, the Lexington flooded him to death. Oh, that is unfortunate. Now the Lexington is spotted. And we have a friendly Zhao that is pushing up to C. Now this rune and this Lo Yang is going to pose him some issues. Lo Yang does finally show up. I do point out to everyone that he is the most forward friendly ship and probably does need assistance. And we're going to try to get into C before it is captured. Try to get that additional experience as quickly as possible. The Zhao is currently firing on the enemy Lexington. The enemy Lexington is going to go down. His placing I agree with, because that's where the least amount of resistance, the least amount of friendly ships we're currently at. So I understand where he is, but unfortunately he is just going to a death trap. The Halbarash is moving into D and is probably going to finish him off. Now I do point out to the friendly Zhao that I'm going to pop smoke, so if he does want to pop in, he can actually use it for cover. So the rune is being spotted by the friendly Zhao and the Lexington, and we're just going to open up, see how much damage we do. The Lo Yang is being a downright pest at the moment, but we are finally able to take D and able to take out the enemy Lexington. So our friendly Lexington is going to have air superiority at this time in being. Now I will have to point out right now, the positioning on the friendly Lexington is a bit unfavorable. You can see how far away he is compared to our friendly ships, even compared to our enemy ships. The closer you are, the quicker your planes are able to get to target and able to actually deal damage and then come back and reload and refuel. So normally you want to be close enough to where you can actually do it very quickly, but far enough away where you won't get singled out and targeted. It's a very difficult position to be in, at least a very difficult place, trying to figure out that medium on where to be. But this Lo Yang is going to go down to both focus firing from a Zhao and a Neptune. So this is actually going to be it for this episode of Funday Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have a great and fantastic day. Zai Jen.